Hi everyone, welcome to the next tutorial. In this particular tutorial in Photoshop CS5 or CS4, in this particular tutorial we'll see how we can open an image and how we can work on a single image or a multiple image within Photoshop. To begin with, in the last tutorial I did tell you that Photoshop is something where you can actually open an image or a photograph and retouch a photograph. You can combine photographs, you can combine images, you can draw images from scratch, you can paint on it. There's a whole multiple options that you can possibly work in Photoshop. And for the benefit of my students who are learning Photoshop for the first time, I will go slow and I'll go step by step. So I have a few photographs with me which I would like to edit. Now let's see how we can open a photograph for the first time. The simplest way is go to File and go to Open, and it will give you this Open dialog box. I have few files here which I want to work on, and let me select one of them. Let me just choose this one. When you click open, the photograph opens. As you can see that this is a new interface in CS5 and common in CS4 as well, is that the photographs, they come with their own tabs. So if I open one more photograph, say for example I open this one, then I have this photograph already stacked up in tabs. As you can see, you can always remove a photograph from this tab and it will be standalone and floating. You can remove this one also, it will be standalone and floating. As you can see, we have two photographs here which are floating, okay, which is not connected to a tab. You can always connect them again. You can go to Window, go to Arrange, and you can consolidate all to tabs. So everything will be consolidated to tabs. And let me explain to you the idea of this particular view here, because this will help you to arrange documents. Now we have two documents open, and if I click on this, then I can have a multiple options of seeing them. I can see them as two up. Okay, now why would you want to do this? You'd want to do this because if you have certain elements which is in this particular file or this image and you want to bring them to this image, for example, you've got multiple layers here and you want to bring one layer from this image to this image, then this would be an ideal way to work. The other way is that you might have a same image and you can open it into multiple windows and compare them. Yeah, so anytime you want to go back to original, whichever file is active, if you go and click on a single view, that view will be the view that you will see when you go back to a single window. Now here as well we can see different amount of magnification. Okay, so you can choose a particular magnification from here. In any case, when you have a Photoshop file open, you will see a lot of information from the file itself. As you can see from the file name, you can see the amount of magnification and the color mode. Right now we are working in RGB. More about it in the class, but I'll explain to you what different kinds of color modes are available in Photoshop. This is an additional view where we can give you the information about the file. There are a lot more information. If you click on this small triangle, you can see all this information. Normally you would like to see document size, which is 2.5 MB, 2.15 MB, and you can see document dimension, the size of the document. Talking about size, let's come back here. Here you can activate a ruler, okay, which you can come from here. You can click on show ruler and you can see a ruler which has been arranged from left to right. And now what particular unit is this ruler taking? If you right click here, then you can see all the options. Normally I'm comfortable working inches, so I have kept it in inches. If you click on centimeter, it will change to centimeter. At any point of time you don't want this view to be available to you, just go back here and click on show rulers and deactivate it. It will be gone. But just to give you an idea about panels, again you can see the panels here. In this particular image, you just got one layer, which is the background layer. It is locked. Okay, we'll talk about layers in detail later, but as you can see that the layers, you have just one layer here. If you go back to other image, you can see its layers as well. You can always create more than one layer. You can always stack up layers one after another, and this is the most common panel that you'll be using to begin with. At any point of time you don't want this layers panel to be seen, or you want to collapse it to create more space for yourself, you double click on it. Moreover, you can click on these two triangles here. It will collapse the panel into icons, as you can see here. This will give you more space. Now, talking about space, you can always remove all that you can see, particularly the toolbox and the panels, by pressing Shift Tab. If you press Shift Tab, then your panels are gone. Panels, they disappear. If you press Tab, then everything is gone. Your tools is gone, your panels are gone. So in Photoshop you have the different views, and if you are in a normal view, then you can always remove the things that you don't want by pressing Shift Tab. Shift Tab will remove the panel, and by pressing Tab will remove everything else. Tab will remove your option to toolbar, Tab will remove your tabs, Tab will remove the toolbox. So Shift Tab and Tab are two important things, and whenever you want to see a full view of it, that is a very good way to basically work with. The another full view that available in Photoshop is by pressing the letter F in your keyboard. When you press the letter F for the first time, the tabs are gone. If you press the F the second time, then you get the whole blackout view. Now this is very good, because if you want to see your final work, then this is a good option, because then you will not have any other distraction. You just have your ruler and the whole black background, and then you can see your image. So press F again, and it will bring us back to the original view. And this is all this three views that we are talking about. If you click on this view, then you have exactly the same what I was talking about when you were pressing the keyboard key. So either by using keyboard or by clicking in here, you can always switch between the three panels. Using the keyboard is much better because it saves a lot of trouble just by pressing F. If you remember the shortcuts, make your life much easier. In terms of zooming in, let me also explain to you. If you press Ctrl minus, it will zoom out. If you press Ctrl plus, it will zoom in. A good way, the good other way is that by pressing the word Z, it will change the whole tool into a zoom tool, and you can click and you can zoom. Okay. If you press Alt in your keypad, it will change to minus, as you can see. Now you can click and you can zoom out. The most common tool that you'll be using in Photoshop is the Move tool. We'll talk about it in the next tutorial. So that's it for this particular presentation. In the next tutorial, we'll learn how we can create a document from scratch and what all things should we know before we do that.